my goodness, is time flying? I'm super pumped today because I'm joined by the one and only Monica. Hey, Monica.
Hey Mish, how are you?
I am doing so well. Would you like to take a second to introduce yourself? Tell everyone who you are.
Hi, my name is Monica Alicea. I am a retired educator. After 32 years, I retired, but I do some consulting work. I was an instructional technology coach my last 5 years, so I've been working with several companies to continue working with teachers to help them um, with their tech and their pedagogy and all kinds of things. So, yeah.
And we are so lucky to have you, Monica. Tell me a little bit about your shirt, too.
So this is my SMART Lumio Ambassador shirt. I absolutely love it. I got it at FETC and I just love the colors and I love being an ambassador. So, it's awesome to wear it with pride.
That is right. Monica is one of our Lumio ambassadors. It's super easy to become one of our ambassadors. Just reach out to us on any of our social platforms. We'll send you an application. And it's just a good place to be connected with educators that are using Lumio all over the world. You get to meet up with us at conferences when there's new features coming out on Lumio. You guys are the first ones to know. And also, our ambassadors are the ones that are going to be presenting at what we're here to talk to you about today, which is Lumio Palooza. So if you don't know about Lumio Palooza, this is our 2-day virtual PD event. This year, it's July 14th and 15th. It's all virtual, round the clock, all over the world, and in like a ton of different languages. We've got English, French, Italian, Polish, Arabic, I know I'm forgetting some, but we've got so many different languages. And like I said, round the clock, July 14th and 15th. And what's really special, and that's why I actually brought Monica here with me, is every single session is led by an ambassador, someone who's been in the classroom, currently in the classroom, been in the classroom all over the world. So real classroom practices shared by real educators, which I just think is so special. So I brought Monica because I thought Monica would be a really great person to ask a couple of questions. So Monica, my question for you, my first one is, what's been your favorite part of Lumio Palooza in the past, either as a presenter or an attendee?
So as a presenter, I love the enthusiasm you get from the audience. One of the things that I love is that the all of the presentations are not how-tos. Some of them are, so you can get those beginner, how do I use Lumio? But several of them are pedagogy and how to use Lumio to with problem-based learning, or how to use Lumio to solve to teach higher ed math. There's so many different ways that we introduce pedagogy in with the presentations, and to see teachers so enthusiastic about some of the things you're talking about, it just is it's what I live for. Like, I live to help teachers, to support teachers. I taught a long time, so I have a lot of tools in my toolkit, right? So I love to share those, especially when they're things like service learning and problem-based learning and differentiation, because those were some of the things that I did a lot. And when other teachers are interested in that, and you have a really helpful way that you can provide resources to them, it's really wonderful.
Monica, I just have to say, your energy is so contagious. Like the way that you love Lumio and the way that you talk about Palooza just makes me feel so warm inside. But you're right. I think that's one of the great things about Lumio Palooza is a lot of educators, when they're introduced to Lumio, they get the very much getting started with Lumio. It's very surface level, very how to. And then you really start to talk to some folks that are really using it in the classroom, whether they're using it for instruction, maybe PD, even team meetings, what have you. There's so many new ways to use it that like might not be obvious, like right out of the box, right?
Right. And it's for everybody too, because I'm more like a coach, an instructional coach. I'm working with teachers. So sometimes that PL is so boring. As an instructional coach, you can use Lumio to up your game in professional learning.
And I think that feeds right into our next question, Monica. This is going to be I think what your third time presenting for us, either just at Lumio Palooza or just at a webinar in general, I
I
think.
think this is probably my fourth year at least. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Fourth or fifth. Yeah, this is my fourth year.
We really appreciate your time, Monica, but tell us a little bit, like, what's been your experience presenting and just as an educator? I know you're out of the classroom now, but like as a coach, like what has this really meant for you?
So again, sharing that, teachers are so busy. So in a 45-minute session, if you can share good examples, not just telling them how to do it, it's showing them examples of how you can use it with something they're already doing or something they're interested in learning, like, service learning or problem-based learning or differentiation. Like, how can I use this so that each student's not doing the exact same thing? If you can, in 45 minutes, show them those possibilities, then there's, it's just such a good feeling. And then of course you provide them with all your resources so that can help them take that next step, because they don't have a lot of time. And I know for me, my summer was always my time to grow and learn and try things out before I got back in the classroom.
And I think what you're saying is also just such a good coaching point is when we have this very little time, something that's really important is helping educators see how it already fits into what they're doing. It just amplifies that, right? So
Right.
I'm not just going to show you, this feature because I think it's really cool. Although there are so many features that I think are really cool.
Mhm.
My goal as a coach is to really meet you where you're at and help you to understand where it can fit in. And I think that having over, 60 different Lumio Palooza sessions to pick from, you can go to one that really applies to specifically you.
Exactly.
All right. I've got like a two-part last question here, but tell me a little bit about like what have you specifically gained from being a part of Lumio Palooza, and this year specifically, what are you most excited for?
So I love learning. So just because, I know I use Lumio a lot, I know a lot about Lumio, but I have to learn too. I have to continue to learn and grow myself. And so I love that I can see so many different sessions. And I actually sometimes like to go to the sessions like the Italian session, because I just like listening to other speakers and hearing what they're saying, and to listen to it in other languages is fun too. But the other good thing is I can't always get to every single one. So I love that I just register for them all so that I can get all the resources afterwards and watch them when I have a chance. But I'm most excited to see some of the return. I've had some of the same people come to all of my sessions every year, and we've become friends on social media, and some of them I've gotten to meet in person at conferences. So I'm really excited to see their faces again and to connect with them again.
And you bring up a really good point, Monica, is I know July 14th and 15th for those of us in the States and in many countries around the world, that does happen to be summer break. I know not for everyone, but for a lot of folks.
Right.
And so you might be on holiday traveling around. If July 14th and 15th are busy days for you, you can register for the sessions anyways, and then you'll just get that recording sent to you a few days after the event. So, Monica, I've just got one more question for you. This year, because we've grown so much, we have so many new presenters. What's one thing you can tell those new presenters that are still feeling a little shy as Palooza is just a couple of weeks away?
Don't be nervous. First of all, the Lumio team that you get a host that's going to be there to support you. Just enjoy it. I always think when I'm presenting, whether it's in person or on a webinar, is nobody out there knows what I'm supposed to say. So I can't really mess up if I change it up, or, you're doing this because you know your stuff. And so just go with what you know, and just be yourself, and just enjoy the process, because it's a lot of fun.
I love it. And I know lots of us join Lumio Live like we are right now on our phone. So if you can't scan that QR code at this moment, no worries. You are already on one of our social media platforms if you're watching Lumio Live. So take a look in our bio on Instagram. Take a look on our LinkedIn. If you're in our Facebook group, there is 100 different ways to find that link. Go ahead and message us. We'll send you the link to register to attend. Remember, even if you're busy, go ahead and register anyways. There we go. Now it's in the chat too. Thank you so much. Even if you can't attend, register anyways, and you'll be able to get those recordings. I see a couple of ambassadors also joining us in the chat. I've got Rodway, I've got Sarah. Thank you guys for joining. And I'm super pumped for Lumio Palooza this year. I think it's going to be the best party ever. And Monica, thank you so much for always showing your expertise with us.
You're welcome. I love you guys.
We love you back. See everyone at Palooza.
Bye.